Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Minecraft Simple Survival. Today we are going to look at a storage, guys, because my storage is an absolutely mess, and I'm going to show you what I mean with that. For starters, I have a few things in here that I should be putting away anyway, but I think the first thing I'm going to do is fix these two things, put them together, and then you can actually get some durability pack by combining two same items that doesn't have much durability. You can do that at any time. But look at this. I have all these things in here, trees in here, we have a shears in there as well, we have all these woods and pickaxes, all this cool stuff in there, and all my minerals in here. This needs a bit of love as well. By the way, look at this, 61 diamonds we have already, 21 emeralds. We've been doing a bit of mining. It's great. And this one is an absolutely mess. Everything in there. Oh man. I have this chest here is completely empty. I haven't touched anything, but I'm thinking in decorating this house very soon. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is to create some chests. That's what we need very urgently, or at least if you start on this and you want to create some storage, just create a chest. Obviously, I already have mine, and I'm going to show you how I design my room. Okay, so here we are in this lovely little house that we created a couple of episodes back, which, by the way, we are going to have to complete this house as well at some point. It's getting very bland at the moment, very empty, so we'll need to do something with that. So I created a room down here in the basement, which, as you can see, is full of chests. But of course, there are chests that, you know, nothing on the chest, but at the same time, you don't know what is what, of course. Now, by the way, I have put the ones on the top touching the roof or the ceiling, and you can see that they can't open. But aesthetically, it's absolutely fine. I don't think that I need that many chests anyway, because on the top floor, I have managed to create another room with many more chests, of course. So we can do either way. We can do up here, down there, but if you want to start storing things like you should, obviously you are going to need a chest, and that is what we are talking about in here. So I'm going to place that one in here just for the sake of it, just to show you, create a little house with a little room for all your storage needs, or go maybe down the basement, create a hole in your house, and that will help you to create your storage room. So let's get on with that and see how we can organize this absolutely mess. Okay, guys, so once you have chosen which room you want to do your storage room, of course, it's time to place some chests. I would suggest a big back room where you can actually pile your chest like so, of course, keeping in mind that, if something touch the top of the chest, you won't be able to open it. So keep that in mind as well. In this case, well, there's some type of glitch in there, but it usually happens that you cannot open it. So be aware of that. So next thing, of course, is going to be placing chest. Now, to place a chest, obviously you right click and you place it on the floor. Now, if you want to make a double chest, just click shift and just point towards the side of the chest and right click on it, and then there you go, you have a double chest. And we are going to do that all here as well. As you can see, when you click, if you don't shift, the chest will open. So it's very important that you shift click and then right click to create a double chest. So that is how we're doing it. In terms of how do you place your chest, well, it's all about management. There's going to be a space management as well as inventory management. As I said, we are doing a small series in here. I don't think I'm going to need many of the chests, as you can see. But you always can put some on the top as well on the walls. Or should you really need a lot of them, just you can actually make the ceiling taller and carry on growing your chest room that way up. So in all fairness, this is what it is at this point, at least in my room. And I think it's going to be more than enough for my series. But as I said, if you feel that you need more chests, feel free to actually modify your room. Okay, guys, so the next thing that we need to do is relocate everything we got. And of course, shift click on all of it, and you will have everything coming to your normal inventory space if you want. And from here, then we can actually move on and place them in the chest in the storage room. Okay, so once in your storage room, you need to choose which chest is for what, and probably we will label them as well, so you know where you items go in which chest, so you don't get confused in where to go. But for a minute, I'm just going to place everything in here, and I'm going to again shift click for everything that I want in that chest, and I will put everything straight away in there without having to click one by one. So that is how I want it for a minute. I'm going to place my bucket there. I'm going to place that one as well. This is the first two tools when we started this series, so I'm keeping them as something sentimental. Maybe we can do something with them in the future, who knows. And that's pretty much at this point. So let's see how we can actually manage the space and manage the inventory. Something else to keep in consideration as well when you are doing your storage room is if whenever you run out of space to place any chest, or you are close to the ceiling and your top chest is touching a solid block, you may not be able to open that chest. Now, to do that, what you can do is place some barrels. Barrels are very, very good because they have pretty much the same amount of slots that a chest has. And it's quite important. You can see now you can open, right click on that, you can open it because now we have a solid block on the top. You can do that with barrels. Barrels, doesn't matter how tall they are, you can put it right there and then you can still open it. So you can use barrels as well as a way of storing your items if you run out of space with your chest. So that is really important as well. Something else to keep in mind, guys, is slabs. You can actually place slabs on the walls if you wanted to. And slabs are considered just half of a block. So what that means is that you can actually place chests underneath and you will be able to open them. Okay, guys, so now that we have all the chests and barrels and everything, now we need to figure out what the hell we do with that. And the question is simple. Where the hell or how the hell you think or you can find out where your items are? Because believe you me, once you place everything all across all the chests, it's going to be very, very difficult to figure out what you are doing. So the solution to that obviously is going to be labeling, and we are going to create some signs for that, and then we are going to label those chests according to what you want to put on them. Okay, so now that we have signs, now we can start labeling our chests. So we have two methods of doing it, at least the ones that I like. You can actually crouch or shift, and then you can actually click your chest, whatever you want to put, and then actually name it the same name where the items are going to go. For example, in this chest, I'm going to put some logs, so logs will be there, for example. In addition to that, of course, you can actually label the whole row of chests. So say, for example, you have a huge row of chests, then you can actually put a label at the top, for example. So say, for example, that mine will go there, and I'll say that I want to put in this row of chests all my logs. So I know that this chest in here is going to be logs. Now I'm here, for example, I'm going to put food, and that will be a great way of storing my food on the barrels because there are plenty of slots in there to correct that. And here, for example, I'm going to place my stone, for example. Now, of course, you can narrow down this as much as you want. You can actually narrow down to a stone or diamonds, for example, one chest just for diamonds. That would be interesting. Let's do that very quickly. Just diamonds, maybe, and any other, or maybe precious ore. That will be even better. So we can actually put everything that we want in here that is precious, like emeralds, for example, will go in there very nicely as well. So you get the idea, and that is the way that you should do it. And for the sake of it, I'm going to put another one there as well. And I'm going to call it a stone as well, because we have quite a lot of ore, so and actually is symmetrical as well, which I absolutely love. Okay, maybe a couple of barrels up here to increment the storage capacity. That will be great. That is looking a tiny bit better. And of course, maybe you can actually put barrels all the way around. Why not? You could do that as well. But if you're going just for the sake of the looks of chests, well, you definitely have many options. So I like the way it's looking this. For my gameplay, obviously, you may want to create different styles, or maybe you want to, gather many more items than what I do. It depending as well how long you want to play it. But if you are playing long term in one go, you may want your space to be much bigger than what I'm showing you. But if this is the first time that you play Minecraft and you don't know how storage works, this is Minecraft simple let's play. So I'm trying to make it as simple as you can. Of course, there's many more things that you could do with the storage, of course, because you can do marvelous things with it. But this is pretty much the basics, and that is what I'm trying to show you guys in this series. Something else, guys, that you may notice is that if you make your signs with clear wood or white wood, you will easily be able to identify which signs you are referring to, because the writing is going to be black, so certainly you can see that very clear. However, you may actually decide to do your signs in a darker color wood. That way, you won't be able to see it that clearly. So what I suggest you do is to get some bones, if you have any of those, and convert them to a bone meal. And then once you have your bone meal, you can actually convert them in white dye. You can do that very easily as well. So now we have that white dye in there. We are going to certainly change the color of the writing in there, just like that. Right click on it, and then you have a white writing. That is a good tip if you color palette is not as white as mine. So if you are using a very dark color palette, you won't be able to see the default color writing. So you want to change the color, of course, if it's black to white for a maximum contrast. So there you go. That's another tip that I can give you at this point, guys. So there you go. Hopefully this will help you a bit more. And now, of course, that we are on the subject of dyes, you can actually dye your text color any color that you want, as long as you have your dye. For example, Precious Ore is going to be on red, although, it's not my favorite thing. I'll bring it back to black in a minute. But yeah, in a sense, any type of dye you have, you are able to change the color text, which is pretty cool, I think, in terms of your storage. If you want to identify your things much more easily, you can actually color coded. That is pretty cool as well. And of course, if you want to revert that to black, of course, you get black dye, and there you go. Black dye can be obtained by killing squids in any type of water source, and they will drop ink. With the ink, you can actually make black dye. So there you go. Back to normal again. Everything seems okay. I hope you enjoy, guys. So there you have it, guys. I hope with this video you are going to be a tiny bit more organized if you can. As I said, this is a simple Minecraft. If you're new to the game, hopefully this is going to help you. If you are more advanced, obviously, probably you already know all this. But nevertheless, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. And I will see you in the next daily upload, guys. Until then, take care.